Hello possums and welcome back to another speed build. Once again I spent a lot of time trying to figure out where I wanted to place this house. I gave serious consideration to Del Sol Valley, a lot of consideration, but decided against it. And I thought it would look quite nice in Moonwood Mill, since I hadn't seen the werewolf world before. I want to say the exterior is almost identical to my Queenslander build, but in all honesty, I do love that style of house, and I honestly would love to live in a Queenslander. Could help with the heat that we suffer. So I spent a lot of time working on the floor plan because it was interesting. I didn't seem to have enough room to fit in everything I wanted to fit in. In my last speed build, I said that Australian houses don't have much of a foundation to them, which is completely true. But that's the beauty of The Sims 4. I get to make a house look exactly how I want it to look, even if I don't have many foundation options. So you can see me playing around with the kitchen because one of the things that I love about a lot of Australian homes, especially the older ones, they have quite large kitchens. So I was trying to put in something that I was used to. Once again, the bathroom and the toilet are separated. I decided to make this one entirely base game, despite it being placed in Moonwood Mill. So it also seems like there are very few sinks that allow you to slot clutter to it. At least that's what I found. I used, as I said, this is base game, so the basin that I used in the shared bathroom, I couldn't slot anything to it, but the base game basin that I used for the ensuite could have things slotted to it. I don't know if there's an easy way to tell other than just testing it all. Two of the bedrooms do go out onto the veranda. The master bedroom has a door out onto the veranda because it's the master bedroom and you would expect that from the master. And one of the bedrooms is smaller than the other, so I thought that they could have their own semi-private little balcony area. The rug for the living room drove me a bit insane. I sort of knew what I wanted, but I couldn't quite seem to find what I wanted. And there you can see me trying to match the wood tones again by pulling a piece of furniture out beside what I wanted it to match and trying to find something similar. Not that it matters because I changed my mind towards the very, very end of the build. For the bedrooms, I decided to give accent walls, although in the pink bedroom, can't really tell that much. I really should have just done the whole room with that little sparkly border thing. Would have looked absolutely amazing. And once again, the flooring seems to do my head in a lot. I did keep the trees that came with the lot on the lot because I liked them, and I'm pretty sure they were fir trees, so they kind of fit in with the Australian theme a bit. I just looked around the world to see what sort of flowers they used, and then tried to see if the werewolves pack actually came with any landscaping, and it didn't. So this time I decided to make it a little more informal, despite saying it's a modern house. I thought the landscaping could look a little more natural. These little red flowers that I'm using, I used them to basically be poppies, which are huge in Australia. And, well, we don't have poppies in The Sims 4, so I thought those were a nice little substitute. Unlike my previous builds, I did decide to give this one a backyard and a patio area, I should say an actual proper patio rather than just dumping everything on the veranda and calling it a day. And again, of course, there always has to be some sort of barbecue or grill involved in these builds. I was actually quite surprised that the base game didn't come with a umbrella to provide shade. It was just, I assumed that the base game would have one of those because, honestly, I know it's The Sims 4 and it's a game and whatnot, but it's still probably a good idea to, warn kids that being out in direct sunlight for prolonged periods of time is not all that healthy. So this kid's room, I pulled the yellow from the lower bunk bed and used that to pretty much decorate the room with touches of blue from the top bunk bed. I enjoyed decorating mostly this pink room, but finding something to go beside the bed sent me around the twist a little. And here I was putting a rug in the kitchen and then realised there was no sink in the kitchen. No idea how I forgot that, but got wrapped up in everything else, I assume. I was thinking about putting lights out to make eating outside easier, until I realised that we don't really do that in Australia. We will sit in chairs and talk around preferably a citronella candle to try and keep the mozzies at bay. So I gave the pink room a little hangout spot for them and a friend. I used the quaking aspen to be the widowmaker trees again, and strangely enough, we do have those trees really close to the house, despite the fact that they like to drop branches at any random interval. So I'm wrapping up here, but I just realised that the stairs were off-centre to the door and I couldn't seem to get it to fit perfectly, so I just decided it could be off-centre. So it was a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house that could sleep 5 Sims again. Again, I keep forgetting to put in skill building. I'm like, I threw in a bookshelf, that should be enough. But it wasn't. And I'm pretty sure I try uploading it think I end up doing something else after this before it finally actually gets uploaded. Oh yes, the curtains. So this time I decided to actually put curtains in the house rather than just in 2 rooms, and change them to sort of fit the rooms a bit better. So it's being uploaded now, 3rd time lucky. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye!